the small village of Umuaka, nestled in the heart of the southeastern part of Nigeria, a young boy named Chidi dreamed of a future beyond the farmlands, where his family toiled each day. His parents, hardworking but uneducated, believed that farming was the only path for their children. School was a luxury they could not afford, and like many children in the village, Chidi often helped on the farmland instead of attending class. One day, a new teacher, Miss Aisha, arrived in Umuaka village. She was sent by a local education initiative to encourage parents to enroll their children in school. With warmth in her voice, she visited families, explaining how education could change their children's future. When Miss Aisha spoke to Chidi's parents, his father shook his head. Books won't put food on the table, he said. But Miss Aisha smiled, saying, education is like a seed. It takes time to grow, but one day it will bear fruit greater than any harvest. Chidi's mother spoke and said, I will allow him to attend school for a week. If he proved that learning was worthwhile, he could continue. At school, Chidi was mesmerized. He discovered numbers, letters, and stories of great Nigerian leaders who had once been children like him. He learned about science, which explained why crops failed or flourished. He saw for the first time a map of the world and realized how vast life could be beyond the fields of Umuaka village. One evening, when a heavy storm destroyed part of their farm, Chidi used what he had learned in school to suggest better planting techniques that could protect their crops. His father, skeptical at first, but desperate, listened. Over time, their farm flourished, and his father began to see the value of education. Years passed, and Chidi worked hard in school, eventually earning a scholarship to study agricultural science at the university. After his study, he returned to Umuaka village, not as a farmer, but as an agricultural expert, bringing new techniques and technology to improve farming for the entire village. The once skeptical villagers now saw that education was not just about reading books, it was about changing lives. Inspired by Chidi's success, more families began sending their children to school. Education had become the light of Umuaka village, proving that knowledge, like a well-tended crops, yield the greatest harvest of all.